Hello, hello, welcome back for some Gran Turismo 3. Today we're gonna finish this game. So let's have a good Saturday morning and give the Formula 1 car in Gran Turismo 3 a few laps. We are right in the middle of the Gran Turismo World Challenge, so I will finish off these races and then we will see. Maybe there is another race series that I want to compete. But after finishing the GT World Series, the game feels completed to me, so let's go. Ten laps. Here we go. Let the race begin. See ya. Formula car is so overpowered. I think how much rounds are there still? I don't know actually. I think we already done 4 races, so maybe 5 or 6 more races, then this is already done. Then let's find out what else we can compete in. As I'm driving this Formula 1 car, I'm also interested into trying out some different Formula games. I don't know if like Formula 125 would be a cool thing to pick up. Normally wasn't too fond of like these Formula 1 games. I played Formula 1, various Formula 1 games. Of course, I started out with, that was my first real Formula 1 game. I think it was F1 2000 from EA for the PlayStation, OG PlayStation. Really wasn't that good, but I enjoyed it as a kid. But already then I knew that Colin McRae Rally 2 or Gran Turismo 2 are better games. Yeah, so much to EA. Yeah, after Formula 1 F1 2000, the next game I really had was the F1 2001 for the PS2. And this felt like a great game. It like had the dark green packaging on the outside. And I think it was from Sony's own studio. It was definitely not from EA. And this, I still remember, it was a great game. I always recreated the races when like there was Formula 1 in TV on Sunday. And I always had a save game where I can recreate the whole season. So it depended, but normally, like when the race was in the TV, me and my grandpa watched it. And then after that, we went to the PlayStation and I did most of the time a half-length race with the same scenario. And he watched that too. It was super nice actually. Yeah, we always did it like this. And then the next Formula 1 game, I think I have lost interest in Formula 1 for quite a while then. I think the next game I picked up was Formula 1 2007. Then already for the PC. Hi CEO, thank you for tuning in this early in the morning. Thank you for being here again. What was your first Formula 1 game, CEO? Was just recollecting my memories, what Formula 1 games I played over the years. The first one I really played was F1 2000 for the OG PlayStation. No, that's wrong. I also had Formula 1 98 for the OG PlayStation. Yeah, true. Was from the 80s? Ooh. Yeah, before I played Formula 1 2000 and 98. Yeah, you're like... Thank you, CEO, for bringing that up. Also, my uncle had a computer in the house we were living. And he played... he had Grand Prix, Microprose Grand Prix on like these floppy drives. So. And I also played this when I was a child. And this was great fun. This was even before I had my own PlayStation. And then... And then a few years later, when we already got the PC at home, he also bought me Grand Prix free at some point. But I didn't know back then that this was the same developer than the original Grand Prix racing game. But Grand Prix free really felt like, okay, this is endgame for me. Before that, I only played like Formula 1 2000 from EA and the F1 2001 game for the PS2, which was much better than the game from EA. But Grand Prix free really felt like the first proper simulation game I had. And it was quite difficult back then for me. Because like also the car behavior and such was way more difficult. And I had to play with... I think I played it with a joystick back then. Grand Prix Circuit 1988. Okay, was it also a DOS game then? Oh. Oh, there's also already a backmarker here. I remember the Microprose Grand Prix was on 4 diskettes. Ah, you found a video on YouTube. So when the title was Grand Prix Circuit 1988, I will look it up myself then also. And then... What was the next game I played? Yeah, then I really had not bought a Formula 1 game for a long time. I didn't have a Formula 1 game for PS3. And then I also wasn't into sim racing at all. I know I downloaded or I played GT Legends a bit. but with a gamepad, yeah, it wasn't that cool. And then the next Formula 1 game I picked up was for F1 2017. Yeah, F1 2017. That was actually quite fun. I played it with a buddy of mine quite a bit. Like we did a championship where we two formed our team. That was cool. And then the next game, or also the last Formula 1 game I had was F1 2019. Because we thought, oh, we could do this like championship thing again. We did 2 years before. Then we bought it, and F1 2019 was like so buggy from the start. We both lost interest in it. Yeah, the rest is history. Never played a Formula 1 game since then. But I think maybe Formula 1 to 25 is like worth a try. I mean it's from Codemasters after all. Hi Supernovis, thank you as well for tuning in again. Hope you have a great morning. And I hope you have a great morning too. See you, of course. I'm already looking forward to trying out Silverstone in the GT3 class in iracing on Monday evening. Race Driver Grid was the first more realistic game you tried? Ah, I never had it. A buddy of mine had the Race Driver Grid, and I think also he had the Grid 2. But he also said like these are not bad at all. Oh my god, what am I doing? Thank god I'm so far ahead. I think Race Driver Grid was also one of the first games he played with his wheel. He had a Thrustmaster T300. My first game I played with my Logitech wheel, I think it was Project Cars 1. And I mean the first game I played overall with a wheel was Assetto Corsa. When my cousin had like a G27 with a play seat, and we were at his place and he let me try it. And from there on I was like hooked and thought, okay, I have to have a... Let's turn on the music a bit. I have to have a sim racing wheel myself. Okay, I think we win this championship by miles. So much money already. Okay, what's the next race? In terms of racing games overall? I think my first racing game overall I had was... I think it was... Either it was Colin McRae Rally 1. Oh, is this high-speed ring? Maybe I've changed the gearbox. I can in this car. Yeah, I can. So it's on 38 right now. Let's put it on 45. Need for Speed 2. Ah. Toka Touring Car. Ooh, yeah. I had a demo of Toka Touring Car. I played the crap out of this demo. But I really... Both with wheel and pedals, oh great. Yeah, I had the wheel back then. think I only got it for F1 2000 then. Wheel, but it had no force feedback, it just had a spring in the middle. Yeah, totally. Toka Touring Cars was also a great game. But I just had the demo for it on one of these demo discs. Oh, is this even too much? 324. Oh, Formula 1 car. Oh no, I can't win this. Ah, they're coming. I have too much downforce on the... He's just good. No. The Mazda 787B is like... just... Yeah, they all will come for me. Need for Speed series. Yeah, my first Need for Speed game was... put back on some music. My first Need for Speed game was... yeah, Hot Pursuit. For the PS1. I think it was Hot Pursuit, where you also had like... some of the tracks were like... where also like a railroad was crossing, and when... if you were too late... you had to wait for the railroad. Was it like Hot Pursuit? But I also had it for PlayStation, so... don't really... Oh, there's the Toyota GT1 coming. Maybe oh yeah, draft is a thing. Ah, with draft I maybe can stay in second if I don't mess it up. Yeah, totally. Hot Pursuit was still with like racing in the woods, like in this like open streets, or not open streets, but the streets like through forests and stuff. I remember that. And yeah, of course, Underground one. So I had the biggest hype at school. Everybody had to have it. Yeah, Mountain Roads, totally. I think this was my first Need for Speed. But then I also saved up back then to buy an Xbox. So I was lucky enough to have a PS2 and an Xbox, but the Xbox I really saved up by myself, like for 2 years or so. And then, yeah, one of the first games I bought for it was Need for Speed Underground. And yeah, I also like made like, I think 3 full playthroughs at least of Underground 1. It was, yeah, it was so perfectly fitting to also Fast and the Furious coming out, and yeah. From the Forza Motorsport 2. I only had Forza Motorsport 1 for the OG Xbox. And I remember it was cool, like graphics wise I felt like, okay, this game is endgame back then. But somehow I always like enjoyed Gran Turismo more than Forza Motorsport. And then Forza Motorsport 2 was already for the Xbox 360, right? I think only the first Forza Motorsport came out for the original Xbox. But I had no Xbox 360, sadly. Okay. But a buddy of mine, but he wasn't that much into sim racing games. He had a Xbox 360, and yeah, when I was at his place, he also had a Xbox, the first Xbox, and we always played like Halo together in co-op. and also try to finish like the story in co-op. That was such a nice feature of Halo. And we also tried to finish the game on the legendary difficulty. It took us like for ages back then. Like for one level we basically needed 3 hours to complete on legendary. I think it was on Halo 2. And Halo 2 legendary difficulty was so difficult. And years later I read that they had so much less time to bring out Halo 2 that they never really tested the legendary difficulty in the game, and that's why it's so completely hard. You have to look it up on YouTube. There are many funny videos like how good the enemies are on legendary in Halo 2. You still have PS2, PS3, Xbox 360 and One. Nice, that's great. Yeah, I also shouldn't have sold off my PS3. I also had like the first batch of PS3s which could play all of the PlayStation games, PS2 and PS1. I bought it with my first money I got from work back then. But Supernovice said to me it's not bad that I sold it off because they are prone to die at some point, apparently. Is yours still working or you haven't turned it on? Yeah, I was a bit... Back then, as I remember, I sold it off with a few games for 250 euros back then, right before the PS4 came out, because I already made up my mind to only continue playing PC. But I still have my PS1, PlayStation 2 and original Xbox. But sometimes I wish I would not have sold my PlayStation 3. Also liked this to play the Gran Turismo 5 and 6. Yeah, but I hope emulation will get better for these games as well, so it's still fine. Real battle for second place, but the Mazda is out in front quite a bit already. Ah, your son got it. Ah, you played Gran Turismo 7? Yeah, that's cool. It's to also like bring your children into this. I don't know, into your own hobbies. I guess that's always like something nice, and I would also like think I'll enjoy it if my children will enjoy Gran Turismo games and stuff. Didn't work out. Oh no. Then you got yourself a PS5, or if I'm getting that correctly. Five more laps, come on, this race. Oh, I'm sorry. Ah, he plays GTA and streaming, okay. You're driving the Sauber Mercedes Spa Endurance, and the whole time the intros are like erasers. Okay. Ah, he's going to be 18 already. Still playing GTA, that's also a thing. I quite remember fondly the one buddy of mine who had the Xbox 360, the one I played Halo with. He also bought GTA 5 when it came out in 2013, and we played it on the Xbox 360 back then. The same game that everybody still plays today. It's so crazy when you think about it. This game is now 12 years old and it's still the same. I mean, they re-released it a few times already now with like updated scenery and stuff and like better visuals, but in the core game is still the same thing. Yeah, it's more than crazy. Like, so GTA 6 will be the thing for the next 12 years then, I guess. It didn't work out to bring him to PC. Oh no. They made too much money with all the microtransactions. Yep, for me it was like I started playing around on the computer of my uncle like when I was 4 or 5 years old, pretty small, and I didn't know what I was doing, and it was still like the first thing I remembered was like Windows 95 machine, and I always messed up his computer, so it didn't work anymore. And his task always was like fixing it, or like because I deleted some System32 folders. He always fixed it again, and then I was back in the computer. It's still your PS5. Ah, okay. Yeah, I already thought about it for a while to buy a PS5, but I would just buy it for GT7. And that's the thing, is it worth it? Like, it's a lot of money. If I don't play anything else on it. And I can use my wheel, I think. I don't know, maybe there are some like workarounds to also use SimiCube wheel on the PlayStation. Yeah, but I only would like buy Gran Turismo for PlayStation 5 for Gran Turismo. Yeah, if it's some... I mean, I read something already that like the PS6, that they also want to open up their game library a bit. So, like Xbox did. Because the guy who wrote the article said like Microsoft opened up their Xbox library. Basically, you can play every game also on the PC. And he is thinking that maybe PlayStation is doing something similar in the future. So maybe there will be like either they collab with Steam or like they do their own online game service. So at least there's still some hope that we someday get Gran Turismo for PC. I mean, I also would like if they had like a streaming service, like how is the Nvidia streaming service called? If it's still available, where you can play the games over on everything, just over a server. Ah, you mean GTA? I hope that this time Grand Theft Auto doesn't take like over a year again until it comes out for PC. Console exclusive sell consoles. Yeah, that's a valid point, Super Novice. But will there be a future for consoles, or is it better to have your own Steam thingy where you can sell your games and like people can play them like they want or however they want? They can sell it a few times. Yeah, that's also a thing. With GTA for sure, like a few of my friends who had like GTA 5 for the console also bought it then again for the PC. Also I did. Hi Blueberry, thank you for tuning in as well. F1 car on a test course is wild. Yeah, I definitely not going to win this, but I'm so far ahead on the championship. It doesn't matter. I think it's still fine if I get second place. And so far I can stay in second. Where is the other car? Where's the Toyota GT1? Oh, he's fallen off. I can stay in I can get a second place here. That's fine. But it was definitely, I should have chosen a different car. You bought it on the Xbox 360, Xbox One and then PC. And now your son on PS5. Yeah, totally crazy. Normally, like when you buy a game once and then you like pirate it, not that I want to promote it or something, like, but then it's also already legit, like, okay, I can't play this game originally anymore on the system it was released, but I, like here with GT3, but I own the original copy of the game, so at least my parents or my grandma back then paid for it once. But when you really think like, okay, you bought a game 4 times. I think it's 10 or 12 races. Supernovice, we have to look it up. I kinda just jumped in from my last save game. I think we had like 4 races already done. So maybe this halftime we have to check. But on the other hand, I also don't mind Rockstar doing this, because at least they're not as at least they're better than EA. Oh, will change, yes, totally. This is one of the old Formula 1 cars, of course, where the engines like held up for 1 or 2 races, then you had to switch them out. So I think I stay behind him for a little more and then wait until the last straightaway is coming around, then overtake him to get second place. That's not hard to be better than EA. Yeah, but when you think of it, like, I mean, it's not hard, but okay, I think this is enough. Yeah, second place, perfect. Even Al-Qaeda is better than EA. I mean, I'm totally on your side, CEO, but the only thing is like, I didn't really meant better, but EA is like sucking up all these good game studios. Like, it's the same what happened to Codemasters. When did they went to EA? 2 years ago or 1 year ago? Everybody knew right from the start that this is going to be the same deal, that they swallow Codemasters and then say, yeah, nah, everything stays the same, and now they killed off already the WRC series. And also like the Codemaster Studios is like, yeah, Maxis is the same. And also like the guys, much more recent topic, the guys who made the original Battlefield, it was like, where was it from? I think it was from Norway or Sweden, like who made the first Battlefields. Yeah. And it's the same thing. I just can hope like that the DICE, yeah, totally, thank you. They really had a vision back then, but now, I mean, the last Battlefield flopped horribly. Okay. Where can I see? Let's save. Let's save first. But it's always the same with EA. Yeah. I mean, me and my buddies were pretty hyped back then when Battlefield 3 was about to come out. I was like, oh my god, and Battlefield 3 still looks like decent for today's standards. But then they also started out with their like own online service, this Origin crap. I really remember it, and it was so shit. It was... Okay, I cannot exit it. And go to the next race. Maybe I'll see there. Ah, it was the 6th race, so I think 3 more races. The Origin's online services was like... Yeah, and then... And also the game was pretty buggy. I think this was right when they were acquired from EA. What was the setting? I think it was 38. Let's put it down on 36. But that's the thing, yeah, and also like... Yeah, ooh, I forgot to change the oil. I will be fine. Formula 1 car is so fast anyway. They at least fixed the games. Yeah, I also think they fixed like the last Battlefield, the 2040 something, 2042. I don't remember the game, to be honest, the name. But they fixed it like so late, so everybody has lost interest already. And nobody was playing it anyway anymore. Ah, okay, so they used the same engine. But also Battlefield 5, the one who played like in World War I, it was it held in high regard? I really don't like have too much information about it, because I also like lost interest in the Battlefield series after Battlefield 3. I mean, we still played Battlefield 2 on some occasions on our LAN parties. Oh, that was a chicane. But that's all. Yeah, totally. The destruction, like, they already had it back then, and they totally scaled it back, like in terms of like, it was, after that it was just, how is it called? Predetermined destruction of the levels, right? But before that, in Bad Company, you could like destroy each house like totally individual. I think it was Bad Company who introduced this. Destruction mechanic, yeah. Oh my god, I'm so bad. But the Formula 1 car is so fast. Don't need to drive perfectly, not like in the Gran Turismo 4 GT World Challenge where I had to really focus up. Yeah, Battlefield 3 definitely had it. I never played Battlefield 4. I was just too fed up with the Origin online service that I quit playing the Battlefield games altogether. Yeah, my buddies are playing the beta already and like they are enjoying it. The only downside they have at the moment is like there are only like these small urban carts, and a buddy of mine told me already that's not really Battlefield for him when you're like always in these closed quarters. He's like, he likes to be a sniper and stuff and do some recon. And yeah, but I guess they will include more open maps soon, hopefully. Yeah, I also don't. I in general try to avoid EA games. I don't even have the WRC game, the new one. Like, because I watched some streams and asked around if it's worth it, and because the WRC game has the feature where like one guy is the co-pilot and can read the co-driver instructions, and one player is the driver. That's actually pretty cool. But I asked around in those streams if it's much better than Dirt Rally 2, and they said no, if you're driving wise it's not much different, and if I enjoy Dirt Rally 2 it's not really worth to get the WRC game. And also they made like a visual downgrade from Dirt Rally 2, which is already like 6 years old or something. I also had Dirt Rally 1. Oh, no. Too much on the curb there. And Dirt Rally 1 really also still it looks fine. Ah, you played FIFA? Last year you came back, and how is it? Or what was the last FIFA I had? I think it was like 2019 also. Ah, yeah. The pack opening, but that's also the big thing that draws people to watch this in streams, right? The pack opening, like the same with Counter-Strike case openings. Yeah, for me it was... FIFA was always like... I had it back then. What was the first football game I had? I think I borrowed it from a school friend. It was like... Champions League 1998 for PS1. Then of course I also had the FIFA 2000 for the PC, which was a game I played quite a bit, even on the keyboard. It was fun. And then what was the next FIFA? I think I had FIFA 2006 for... But I think it was for the first Xbox, not for the PS3 I had then. And then... I think the next FIFA I had was like 2017, where they had like this My Player career, and I enjoyed that quite a bit. But at first I made the mistake to make a goalkeeper career, and then as a goalkeeper you don't really have anything to do the whole game. Except for like 3 or 4 occasions where they... And when you miss that and get a goal, then your reputation is already down. But in terms of other racing games, I think my first overall racing game was Jeremy McGrath's Supercross 98. I still have it. It was for the PS1. My grandma bought it because I was also interested in motorcycles back then. Yeah, it was a great motocross game for the first PlayStation. Because in terms of FIFA, I think the 2017 was the last game I played. But then I really enjoyed the simulation aspect of it. I always tried to play FIFA without all the helper options, like you have to where you have to steer the ball yourself when you were passing or shooting, and also like how hard the pass is going to be. You did it with how long you press the button. That was the interesting aspect for me, the simulation aspect. But the weird thing is, like, these player packs openings on FIFA is still like considered legal, and everyone is fine with it, even though it's complete. It's like, yeah, it's totally a casino game. Yeah, but yeah. I really care more about racing games these days. And like some games I can play with my buddies, but there's really like I don't know. FIFA 12, you put 200 euros. Oh. Was competitive all season. So like you played the online mode where you only can play with your players you had in your packs, right? I think you mean this. Players are all outdated. Okay, crazy. Oh, okay, this is how they do it now. Ah, oh my god, then it's a total money sink, the new FIFA games. But it isn't called FIFA anymore, right? It's FC. Is Konami still making their football game, or is it like, have they quit once and for all? What was it? Pro Evolution Soccer. But I think they also like changed their naming. But they with Konami made like they made the game free to play, right? Ah, they quit. Yeah, they always had this struggle with licensing. Hi, Jack. Welcome back. Thank you as well for tuning in again. But I knew at some point... Ah, yes, I also had a Pro Evolution Soccer game. They had the Premier League in it. So they gathered some licenses. But after that, I really don't know what happened to them. I know that they made their game free to play at once, or was it... Or is the FC, the new FIFA... game free to play even? No, I guess. And they just rely on the player packs on making money. I really don't know. That's just like news I get on the side. They're making you ready for the 3-hour race. So you're doing GT Sprint track? EA free to play, lol. They still charge you for the game and then charge you for the in-game microtransactions, of course. Road America. Oh, great. Then I hope you have a good race. Are you streaming it, Jack? Then when I'm going to get something to eat, I will turn on the stream and watch it a bit. Yeah, I also think that's like their packs is like gold. They make so much money of it. Oh, great! Then I'll also rate you when I'm finished here. We already started streaming. First time in the Merc EMG, yeah, it's a great choice of a car for this. Just watch out to don't smoke your front tires too early. I always have the tendency to overheat the front tires in the Mercedes. 75% of EA games. Which games of EA don't have microtransactions? You noticed that? Okay, so then I don't tell you something new, Jack. Is it going to be raining at Road America? In the endurance race? Ooh, almost lost the rear here. You meant 75% overall and 95% games that yeah, comes from FIFA. Yeah, totally. Yeah. you didn't check if it will be raining? I hope you have done at least some training in the rain. But since this week I really enjoyed racing in the rain, really. The races were so fun in the rain. Before I never had that in iRacing. Maybe it was also because I was like the first time I was competitive in the rain. But we will see how next week will be in Silverstone. Yeah, totally. Then you just try to don't go off track. My rear tires... you don't see it because there's my camera, but my rear tires of the car... Oh. It's so slidey already, I think I have to... play it safe here and don't drive too fast. Yeah, and then the next racing game I really played a lot was Colin McRae Rally 2, also with my brother. We really had a blast, like to do these championships. You could do a full championship in Colin McRae Rally 2 with up to 4 players. You had, of course, to wait every time your buddy, so you only needed one controller. You were have to wait until your buddy has finished the stage. That was great fun back then. And if my brother saw he didn't is don't going to win the stage or the rally, he like always moved by the TV when it was my turn and turned it off. I didn't saw anything and I would lose out. It was great. Of course, back then I was super angry with him, but now... Oh, okay, you got run off. Rainmaster. 8th place. Yeah, sometimes like I mean, oftentimes it's also like incompetence, but sometimes it's also ego that people just hunt you off track, but that's, you have to live with it and just be the cleaner driver yourself. Only 15 minutes to go. Not 15 minutes, 15 seconds. I really have to watch out to don't turn the Formula 1 car here. The rear tires are glowingly red. But it's already last lap. There we go. But I'm glad when this game is finished. I think I'm starting another playthrough of Gran Turismo 4. Or even something different totally. Like some AMS2. Like maybe a Formula 1 season in AMS2 is also interesting to watch. I saw that like Stephen Bailey did something like this. Oh no! Oh, he's coming for me. Oh, let's try to stay in front. Here we go. Oh! The car is slidey. 5 seconds still. Ooh! Come on, a few more corners, you can make it. Okay, now we're safe. The Nissan behind us is already coming, but I made it. And then I still remember when I bought my the Xbox back then. I also bought Colin McRae Rally 3, and it really was like the graphics looked so realistic. "66 points in the championship." Yeah, maybe that's also a thing that I like, do some championship or like maybe doing not Formula 1, but maybe a touring car championship in AMS2. Maybe that would also be interesting to watch. Against the AI, of course. Race number 8. Tokyo 246. There we go. This car is so overpowered. At some point I really have to do the oil change. But I did already an oil change in the after like some races here with this car. Really like eating up oil so much. But I think there are also like 2 different Formula 1 cars in Gran Turismo 3, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think I remember that there was also one with a low nose, and this one has a high nose. Ooh. Hi Numbers, thank you for tuning in as well. Good morning. Oh. Oh. Now they're really want to have a battle. I hope they have to pit. Then it's easy. Toyota GT1, he's also not slow at all. Now I get him. There we go. And after Colin McRae really free, I really then got sucked into the WRC games for the PS2. I had like the WRC 1, 2 and 3 basically for PS2. That was also the time I really enjoyed watching Rally in... Oh my god, he is strong on this racetrack. I really enjoyed watching Rally in TV. So that was quite fun. After that, really don't know what racing games I played much. A friend of mine who had the Xbox 360, he had Project Gotham Racing. And then, yeah, also like the graphics looked like super detailed for back then. Also had this like photo mode where I like could inspect your cars. I still remember that. And I think I already started out playing on PC much more. I really enjoyed Grand Prix 3. Yeah, Forza, totally see you. I already thought about that, but my thought is my thought process is again, I really don't want to like buy Forza Horizon 5. It's already like 4 or 5 years old, and I think they bring out a new Forza Horizon soon. So that's why I still don't own Forza Horizon 5. And also like the setting, it's not my favorite to be honest. I really like the setting more on the old Forza Horizon, where it was like on Great Britain, the setting. With like these hills and grass fields. Ah, Forza Motorsport. Ah, okay. Ah, I thought you meant Forza Horizon. Yeah, Forza Motorsport, I really don't know if they already said they want to continue it. Because it was like... Oh! It sold so badly. No, the new Forza Motorsport is like a year old or something. I was just talking about Forza Horizon. And Forza Horizon is like already pretty old. They just re-released it for PS5 and Xbox and the new Xbox. Yeah, totally. For the Saturday stream. But I think then there I would really enjoy Forza Horizon more than the normal Forza Motorsport. Or you mean the original Forza Motorsport for the Xbox? Yeah, it's around 30 euros. But when there's a new Forza Horizon coming out and its setting looks nice, then I totally will get it and play it for the Saturday stream. 2023 for PC, okay. I thought I read something like 2021. Then it's my fault. And yeah, Forza Motorsport, it looks good on the stream, but people saying, okay, force feedback is not really so enjoyable, and also like the performance, I doubt it would be running good on my computer. But I have to upgrade my graphics card at some point. What is with the Toyota now? Is like, are his tires are used up now? The GT1 is now way slower, 5 seconds behind. Interesting. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, but maybe I'm still thinking AMS2 is maybe a good choice. Maybe I'll find something interesting, like to do a historic season recreation. Okay, the GT1 is pitting in. Maybe his tires were already gone. I think I can stay out again. Or should I also switch tires? The last race, like, it was already a bit sketchy with my rear tires were like already so bad. I also looked up the Crew Motorfest, but I'm not sure if this would be cool to play. But the Crew Motorfest is like basically the same as Forza, I guess, like Forza Horizon. Or I find another good like challenge for Gran Turismo 4 that I can make the playthrough a bit harder. Then I will start again right away with GT4 again. Oh. I'm 15 seconds ahead already again. Looking good for a win. Yeah, I think for Gran Turismo 5 and 6 I still have to wait a bit until the emulation gets a bit better. Was already totally playable when I tried it out, but there were some audio hiccups still. And I really don't want you to go through this on stream. And with this audio crackling, so I better just wait until I play it. But these are like the two games, Gran Turismo 5 and 6, I've never played back then, because I already sold my PlayStation 3, and I'm really interested to make a playthrough of this. Let's get into the pits. Can they also change oil in the pits? No. There we go, new fresh set of tires. Oh, I hope the Mazda also has to pit. Two more laps. I think I can catch him. Let's see. I focus up a bit and focus more on driving. When telling my old stories. I also enjoyed Project Cars 2 back then, and even Project Cars 1 when it came out. When it came out, Project Cars still had a good reputation, but I think they messed up their reputation with Project Cars 3, what was basically a scam game. There was nothing new in it, and they even pulled out features. So yeah, that's that. But back then I really enjoyed Project Cars 1 and 2 as well. Even though people were already nagging about like the force feedback isn't that great. I still had a Logitech G29 back then, so it was still fine to drive for me. Yesterday I saw that for the new game, Project Motor Racing, they showed some teaser images of a Lamborghini Murcielago GT1 car. Also cool that they're bringing the Murcielago. Even though this car never won anything really. But I think it's great that they're still showing off like some of these more older sports cars. Because that's the big draw for me that I would buy Project Motor Racing. Racing these old GT1 cars. Oh, also the Portimao 1000 is this weekend, right? I think Swag talked about it quite a bit. What's this? There's the Panos Esperante. Looks like a Batmobile a little bit with the weird hood. Okay, last lap. Okay, so the first race sessions of the Portimao 1000 are already running. Okay. Yeah, let's see. It's okay, yeah, when it's taking 6 hours, and I guess there will be also like another race start in the evening. It's over now, the first round. Okay. Then I will watch it in the evening a little bit, maybe, just to see the old cars, the HBD and the GT1s. Oh, I'm driving so badly. Thankfully, the Formula 1 car is so OP. 4 races per weekend. Okay. Here we go! What car do we win from winning this championship? That will be also quite interesting. $76 points already. Okay, next up, what will it be? Oh! Great, it's Monaco. Of course not licensed, that's why it's called Côte d'Azur. That's perfectly fitting for the Formula 1 car. Ooh, I haven't raced there in a long time. in the Gran Turismo series. Monaco racetrack. I also heard that this one was one of the first original racetracks in Gran Turismo series. The other one, I think, was Suzuka. But all the other real racetracks, they got added in the later series. In like Gran Turismo 4 and up. Next start is 14 o'clock. Ah, okay, great. And we can watch that. Here, swimming pool. Is it called swimming pool here, or is it later? Oh, the other cars are like pretty slow in the chicane. In the Formula 1 games I played, Monaco was a bit of a hustle. I always played like with full damage and stuff. And you had to be like so precise in your driving. One little crash and then your wheel was off and then the race was over for you. But it's great to see this track in this game. Also would like to see, do they have this bump here? I guess it's missing. There's this famous bump in the road, which unsettles the car quite a bit. Would be interesting to see if they... I think they still upgraded this track for Gran Turismo 4. But still looks cool. How fast are the lap times here? 132. 15 laps even, okay. Will be interesting what the last race of this series is. Yeah, I also think the chicane looks different. It's made free. What do you mean by that? Looks like a death trap. Oh, a small slide there. Oh. That is a bit too hardcore music now. I want a bit more. Let's see. What do we have here? Ah, some rock. Oh yeah, perfect. Fits to the timeline. Ah, okay. Here we go. Oop. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, AMS2 really has like this pro thing that you really can also play the old tracks. So, classic Formula season would be fun, I guess. because I really enjoy like the old Austria Formula 1 ring. There's still parts of it seeable, and you also like can walk on it on the old parts of the Red Bull ring in Austria, but it's just in the woods now, like same with Hockenheim. I don't know if the old long Hockenheim tarmac is still there. But on the Red Bull ring it is, and like to replay that in Automobilista 2, it's also quite fun. Oh my god. Thank god I'm still leading by this much. 4th lap, yeah. Maybe I go into the pits on the 8th lap or so. I think I will be staying in the lead anyway. I never had Need for Speed Underground 2, to be honest. I don't know why. A friend of mine had it, so we played it at his place. But Need for Speed Underground 2 was really like the next step up from Underground 1. But I don't know why I didn't bought it. But then the next game I had from the Need for Speed series was Most Wanted. Also enjoyed that quite a bit. And I had the original Burnout for the Xbox. That was also quite fun. Even though I was always put off, like this were not real licensed cars in the Burnout series. But other than that, Burnout was great fun to drive, and also like the crashes. Ooh, and my buddy had the first flat out game for the first Xbox, and we played a lot of flat out together. It was such a great game. It still is. I mean, they dropped the ball a bit, but where they at some point they sold off the IP, and Flat Out 3 I think was like crap altogether. But Flat Out 1 and 2 were great games on the original Xbox. Really something different. And also in 2-player mode it was great. He also then had the Dirt games, Dirt 1 and 2. But I never really liked those too much. The whole... Yeah, it was not Colin McRae anymore on the box. That's what held me off from them. I also had... Where do you learn English? How can I answer that? In normal middle school. Yeah, for back in the day, my English teacher was already like very aware that this is important skill to have, and she drilled us pretty good, even it was just a normal middle school I was in. And also my work I do, my co-workers is speaking English with us. My co-worker is from Portugal, but she lives in Vienna, so we're also speaking English when we're working. And yeah, and I have to say my talking voice has gotten a lot better already by streaming. I mean, that's not what I'm saying, but what people around me saying it. Oh, your English has gotten a lot better, and that's like the thing. You have to use the language more, then you will get better by yourself anyway. Because the way I think it is, it's like, I think a lot of people have like the same understanding from the English language as me. But when you never talk in English, you don't get better, and the muscles you use for the pronunciation do not get used. Because I learned it, I think only a few months ago, that like the reason why it's so difficult for English-speaking people or Americans to say something in German or vice versa is like that you use completely different muscles of your face and your mouth for the words, and native English-speaking people don't have like trained up these muscles, and that's why it's so hard for them to pronounce certain words, and vice versa. Get a sip of my coffee. Yeah, I guess most of it is really like just speaking English no matter what, even though my accent is still there, and yeah, pretty strong, but I don't care. It's better than my German. So yeah. Okay, let's get into the pits. Get some fresh tires. Will always be mine. There's too. Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with an accent, I would say. In this day and age. Ah, you talk with your wife English all day? Yeah, that's also good. That's also very good, I guess. Yeah. The way I see it in the modern media landscape, it's not that important anymore to have like this perfect perfect voice and stuff, because when I look at like channels like Race Beyond Matter, he's also not clearly not a native English speaker, but nevertheless I enjoy his content, and yeah, that's all what matters. UK or Manchester. Yeah, I always think of that when I heard the guys from Oasis talk and stuff in their normal voice. It's really hard to understand. Such a strong accent. Ah, your father was a translator for the US troops in Germany. Interesting. So... Okay, so you grew up with both languages already from childhood? Ah, your father had to translate British to English. Oh my god, lol, that's... Okay, I never heard of that. British to English. What was there to translate? Hello, sir. It's out to be that I want to have 1 cup of tea, please. Hello, yeah, I'm from South Carolina. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, that sounds cool. I was just in the US once with a buddy of mine. We visited New York. Just like this basic tourist trip. But it was big fun. We went there in 2011 or 2012. The new World Trade Center wasn't totally finished yet. They can't understand each other. Yeah, that's why also like they had translators. Now I get it. But I never thought of that this needs to be have translation. They don't even try. Okay. Interesting. So it's the same with French people. Like they also don't try to even understand you in English. I don't wanna bash on French people, but that's the vibe you get most of the time. Like the French people just demand you to talk French, otherwise you just pretty much effed. How many more laps do I have to do? 4 laps? So many fans here to see me race in a Formula 1 car against these prototypes. But I've pretty much lapped all of them right now, right? Really? Oh, that's a bit rude, I would say. Because even when you order a Brötchen in Vienna, people will give you the Semmel or the Brötchen. Can happen, okay. Yeah, some people are weird. Oh, the panels goes into the pits once more, even though the race is almost over. Bayern thinks I have... Yeah. Yeah, some people like think... Or some districts think you really have to adopt their slang or their language. But I think it's really something like, yeah, how you cannot be this efficient in this or that slang or this or that language if you have been brought up with something different, so they don't even try. Yeah, I think it's also kind of similar with people in Tyrol. But I also think they are like used to like different slangs and different languages because they live so much from tourism and stuff. Otherwise there's not much money to earn in the between the hills of Tyrol. Other than like tourism. So they have to adapt, otherwise ah, okay. What are they speaking in Albania? Is it like Farsi or really never thought of that. Ah, she is from that, okay. In that country. Ah, okay, so really English is like then better for them too? Yeah, Farsi is one of the most common languages over the world. Please correct me, I have no clue, I just... Ah, it's from Pakistan, okay. Yeah, I really... Please don't take my word for the truth. It was just something I heard back then when, like, my ex-girlfriend also went traveling a lot to different countries and, like... No, I'm not sure. Just in the east, but don't nail me down on a specific place on the map. Is it near Morocco? A friend of mine was in Morocco. Ah, Iran, okay. Yes, but Farsi is spoken like in quite a lot of places on the earth. My ex-girlfriend also was in Africa, like West Africa points, and there's also some people speaking Farsi. Ah, it's north of Greece, south of Montenegro. Ah, yeah. Hey, one more lap to go. This is quite a long race though. 15 laps here. There's the Panos again, blocking the road. I think I almost lapped all of them. Ooh. Oh, okay. I really don't fly that much, to be honest. Ah, okay. Yeah, Vienna. It's an okay airport. They always do like, okay, it's such a big airport, but then when you really see like the airport of Frankfurt the first time, at least for me, it was like, okay, that's a different size of an airport. I mean, we also have other airports in Austria, but these are like super small, like Linz. This looks really more like a bigger sport plane airport. Ah, okay. Yeah, Rauch is from Vorarlberg. Raiffeisenbank, yeah, the banks, of course, they're operating everywhere. Okay, is the next race already the last for the championship? What is this racetrack? Let's see. Austria still tries to keep up with the Balkan business connections. Yeah, why not? What is this track? Ah, okay. Yeah, I think it's also because Austria is like, from the history, it's always like was more connected to more countries of the East. Maybe that's why. And of course we once were Austria-Hungary in one state, so. Ah, okay. Interesting. How many laps do you have to do here? 10, okay. Yeah. All for the balcony. Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's like, yeah, I never really was in that Balkan region. I was once in West Africa for a month or 2 months for a longer vacation, but that's basically it. All my other vacations are like the normal European tourist vacations. So the last thing we traveled to was like the Netherlands, and this was quite enjoyable. We did a lot of cycling and also went to the racetrack in Sanford. Also visited Amsterdam, but Amsterdam, yeah, wasn't too enjoyable. The city where we stayed in Haarlem was much nicer, I think. I was in Tanzania, and also, what is the island? The island beside Tanzania is much more known for tourism. Zanzibar, of course, yeah. Yeah, you have to know the language, then everything is fine. People are like, in general, of course, there's all over the world there are bad people. And you don't have the feeling that the security of the state police is gonna help you. But other than that, most of the people are like much more happy than we are in Europe. Even though like they don't have running water and stuff, but everyone I have encountered there was like way much more happy with his life than we are in Europe here, and that's really weird. Yeah, it was a German colony. There are still like some German names, and also some of the churches are like have German names as well. I once saw a docu there. Documentation film, and they still like, even some schools are still teaching some German. I think I don't quite remember, but yeah. But yeah, I knew that like I watched some film about the colonization, and Germany was a bit late to the party, and they just got the the parts of the world that weren't too interesting back then, but yeah. It was the Kilimanjaro. I mean, of course, there were a few people there, like, they expect you have the money because you're an European traveler, but other than that, everybody was super happy, and yeah. The person I traveled with was also like fluent in their language, so it was like pretty easy, and we also a lot of the time got the same prices at the as the people who lived there paid, because yeah, she knew the language so well. If you're only talking English there, I think you pay quite a bit more for everything, because they expect you to have the money. Because for them, like, a European person is like, oh, you're basically rich. And one thing I learned. Ah, okay. In Albania it's the same. Interesting. I thought it's already like much much closer in terms of income and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, if you know the language of some like part of the world, it helps you out so much. People are much more fond of you in an instant. But yeah. But I was in like Croatia was also one of these countries like where you thought like, okay, everything is cheaper, but it really switched around in the last 10 years, so it's not really much cheaper than in Austria anymore. In Croatia, I also was in Poland, and I think Poland also wasn't that cheap anymore. So it's the cliche right here that like people are having way more emphasis on driving a nice car there. And their houses are mostly paid. Okay. I once had a coworker from Bosnia, and he really he worked with me in Austria, but he built his total house in Bosnia back home, because it was like 1/3 of the price as it would have been in Austria. So back home he has like a big villa for like very cheap price. And I think he and his family moved back home, and he got into like quitting his job. I really don't know. So maybe they're still in Austria. The Toyota GT1 is pitting. Should I also pit? Yeah, for 1 minute gap to the car behind. Maybe I should just pit. A market share of 50%. Ooh, that's nice. But there's one thing I just wanted to say again about like Tanzania. The funniest thing I've learned there is like Kentucky Fried Chicken there is like a gourmet restaurant for them, and it's also like super expensive. We were once at KFC there, and it was like, it's so much more expensive than in anywhere else in the world. But for them in Tanzania, it's like a gourmet chicken restaurant, KFC. That was a bit weird. Like the prices there were comparable to prices here in Europe. It was totally crazy. All the other stuff is like super cheap, but in terms of eating. Basically got a full menu meal for €2. But like the KFC stuff at almost the same price as here in Europe. Yeah, we were a bit in the city there, and the downtown there's like this. They also have these skyscrapers and stuff, and also the shopping malls. But there's really like you see the difference in the society. That 90% of the people cannot afford the stuff in the mall. Only the rich people go into the mall and like get their family KFC for dinner on Sunday or lunch. Yeah, I guess it's all always depends. Everybody got an iPhone. Yeah, that's the same in Africa. Everybody got the best. And on phones, nobody is short on phones there. I mean, it was not necessarily an iPhone. It was more like these Chinese brands, this Xiaomi and stuff that wasn't really like popular back 10 years ago or like 8 years ago in Europe. But they had good smartphones, yes. That was one thing. Even, yeah, a lot of times they no running water in their houses, but a smartphone, everybody had a smartphone. Two more laps. Then let's see if this was the last race. Ah, okay. 50% plus. Yeah, because overall in Europe, like, I think I read it yesterday, that overall in Europe, Android is a bit ahead and the market share of Apple isn't that big, but in America it's still like over 50%, almost 60% of Apple. Yeah, I really don't... I mean, I have my opinion on it. And my opinion is... I know it's not popular amongst Android users, but I have my iPhone now for 7 years. I think it came out 7 years ago and it's still working perfectly fine. Never had one problem with this phone. And that's why I'm like staying with the iPhone. I know it's expensive and stuff, but like not even my Nokia's held up 7 years back then. I mean, I take good care of my stuff and all. Maybe also an Android phone would like hold up 7 years for me. But then it's also like I still get the newest updates for iOS, even though my phone is so old. I think next year it's out of the update cycle, but then it's like already so old. And when next year comes around and my phone is getting 8 years old, I will use this phone, I think, maybe as a dash for sim racing. Yeah, that's true. With the income in relative, then it's a different image. Like, Apple is still expensive in all the other parts of the world where the income is high. Yeah, totally. Okay, last lap already. Ooh. When I won this car, it was like, okay, Gran Turismo 3 is already finished because the races are now so easy with it. Also the rotary Mazda would be nice to drive. I think it is in AMS2. Maybe I like doing an endurance series in AMS2 with like the old Group C cars. I don't know if the motor can brake. I don't think so. You just lose horsepower. And I think you can change the oil between races, but it's not necessary. There we go. Let's find out. Try and reel. 96 points. Yeah, I think. Let's see. No, there are still more races? No! There it is. 250,000 credits for the GT World Championship. Yoo-hoo! Do we also get a prize car? Yeah, of course. What will it be? A Ford GT40. The slowest of the supercars, but it's a nice car. It looks good. And I guess it's worth a lot. Okay. Is there anything else to win? Dream Car Championship. Yeah, I mean, all the other races are like Professional League. Maybe this would be something to finish off Gran Turismo 3 for real. But I think with the Formula 1 car, it's already event endurance races. 300 kilometers of Grand Valley, Laguna Seca. Mistral endurance race, Côte d'Azur. A super speedway, we did that already. Let's change the oil. And wash the Formula 1 car. Oh, it's black goop already. It's so nice that they implemented this. Let's also wash it. Shiny again. Okay, but I think... Let's see if Jack is already streaming for the endurance race. No, he's not online yet. Ah, he's online. So I will think I'm raiding Jack and then I will watch him a bit in the endurance race, and other than that, thanks again, see you for watching and for this nice chat on this Saturday morning. I hope you had fun too. And I'll be back on Monday evening with some GT3 testing at the next stop of the GT Sprint Series in iRacing. It's Silverstone. So let's see if I can get some good races at Silverstone next week. Thank you, see you, have a nice weekend too. And yeah, we'll see what I will do next Saturday. I will still see. Maybe I'll start out with Automobilista 2 or... But yeah, thanks for watching. I will rate Check Gaming now. Bye bye and have a good weekend. And see you next week. Thank you.